We can't see you yet. No. Okay, thank you. Of course I do. We it just says Zoom will start shortly. Please stand by until we begin. Or the slide.
I don't know.
Now I could see you guys.
Okay.
Hello, good
Mondo,
morning.
were you supposed to give me something else or just follow this? Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Who can read this quote for me?
The effort you
Okay.
give to, oops, who's going then?
Go ahead, Zoom. I love it that you guys are so eager. Okay, go for it.
Okay. The effort you give to converting leads must match the effort you give to generating them. Gary Keller.
What does that mean to you? Andale, since you want to talk. Yes. Nurturing them as you grab them, just as the same energy that you get in converting them and making them into a sale is the same, or if not more sometimes, in the same effort in generating them. So, lead conversion process. You consistently getting in every possible appointment from the leads you generate isn't complicated, but it does require preparation, practice, and purposeful action. You capture, you connect, you cultivate. How do you give me some ideas of what you think cultivation would be? How? Okay. Okay. Do you classify them like A, B, and C's? Okay. So connecting with them, following up. Give me an example what a follow up would be. Huh? No, I said, well, give me a sample of what follow up. Yes, honey. Good morning. Yes. Okay, texting now. What's a follow up form? A call. What else? A card in the mail. Happy birthday. Okay, okay. See, I want to pull these ideas out of you. What else would be another good follow up form? So we got call, door knocking, Popeyes. Popeyes are when you just pop out of nowhere and say, "Hey, I got a plant." No, you hungry? That's what you are. She wants breakfast. So pop by. I think I said it a little too fast. No, you pop by. I mean, you could bring some chicken. Oh, this cuss is fun. I love it. Okay, so possible. So what else? What are leads? Your leads are possible business, probable business, profitable business. So we have different stages with your lead. It's not your lead is like it's like a tree because that one lead will branch out to many different other ones. You will help one client and then that one you did such a great job that she's like, I'm going to tell my sister, my brother, my uncle, my aunt, everybody. And then that's how you start building. So don't get discouraged if one lead didn't work. But then when you do have that golden lead, there's there's um there is relationships that you establish with some of these clients. They turn into, good friends sometimes, but they're considered like trees. That's how I see every lead
Mhm.
because they grow and they branch out, and then that's how your referral system. And what is better than a referral? We use referrals all the time in order to a restaurant or a beauty salon or whatever. We always the reviews always match, right? So what's best than having a great referral from a client that you already helped? So any aha so far, either now or what you learned so far in Ignite. But I want to know more about like what you think about leads.
Well, as you
Yes.
mentioned, it's, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Zoom.
Uh, yeah, that's how I describe it to my best friend. I told her, well, our business is like a seed. You know, it's delicate and it's trying to push out of the dirt, and it's, you know, needs care and nurture. The same applies with our leads. You know, at the beginning stages, you really have to nurture it because it's in a fragile state where it's either gonna sprout out, the seed's gonna sprout out and produce into a plant, and then, you know, maybe a little tree, then the fruit comes when we do the closing. So that's how I love the metaphor that you gave of a tree, because that's how I explained it to my best friend.
Yeah, that's a good metaphor. So yeah, it is a seed, grows into a tree, and then it sprouts more fruit for you, right? You got to water them. That's what cultivation, and that's what we're going to learn today is how to do that. So, how to convert a lead to an appointment. Oh, hold on one second. Mondo, hold that thought. I'm just going by the slides. Mondo, did you print it? Oh, okay. She sent it to me. Let me print it. I completely forgot to do that. You printed it? Santo. Okay. Yes. Seguro? No, I needed to print. Oh. Ay, santo, dice to load paper. Vamos, ya empezamos. Oh, it's gonna do it. Okay. No, this. Okay. No sé dónde.
I don't want to pull it if it's pulling from here. Oh no, we're good.
I sure wasn't.
Oh, I had paper.
Ah, pues it said 4.
Is it? We'll take whatever. Yeah. Oh, it's all full. What the heck?
4.
Oh, 4. My bad.
See? Oh, but it's the big one. Or is it this?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I printed it double sided.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I just realized I printed section 10 with it.
It's okay.
You're on the mic. It's one of those days. Probably not. I probably disconnected once you got
I hope so. And one of them. Well, this wasn't even my class. This is Kevin's class. But I gotta run through it quickly because I'm gonna go to Rich Chris today. I'm gonna go have an office meeting for them.
You don't need this one, unfortunately. gasto todo este puto tiempo para nada.
No me fue. Victoria gave it to me, pero no me. Se me olvidó. Okay. I'm gonna start walking so that it looks like. Oh, Mando came in. He was a hero. Okay. Oh Lord. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Any ideas on how you believe the converting process would happen in a lead? So you get a lead from an open house. Give me some ideas before we jump into it. I want to know. I want to pick your brains a little bit.
What do you mean? Like, okay, so like,
So you get a lead from an open house, and what do you do?
you call them immediately. Don't sleep on it. You call them, tell them thank you for coming to the open house.
So you follow.
Yeah.
You follow up with an email or call after. Girl, give me my coffee.
Just in case I need her help, right? Just
Special delivery to
gotta get the
the
principles like.
She's trying to be that special student. I said, wait a minute, come back with that coffee.
all the assists right there.
Listen, a way to your broker's heart is coffee. Now you know. Now you know. Okay, I'm sorry. You were saying.
Yeah, so you just follow up, either email, text, but make sure you follow up quickly.
And don't be afraid to text because nowadays it's sometimes I feel uncomfortable because there's a lot I need to say and I want to call them, but sometimes they will not call me back. I'll call them, they won't call me back, but they'll respond with the text. And I've had transactions where 90% of it was through text. I only saw them at the inspection. So don't feel so no. Right. Well, they got to know you if you're their agent, right? Right, right. So that's why they just want to get in and get out. So texting, don't be afraid of texting. Audios. Oh, yeah. Okay. Capturing is defined as you collect the minimum amount of valid contact information of a potential buyer or seller. This would be like if you go to an open house. What's another way? What's another way of capturing a lead?
Out in the wild. Just say hello, hey.
At the coffee shop. You know how many leads I've gotten? So my house is Coffee Bean. If you don't find me here, you'll find me there. And I used to carry a badge or something that had to do with Keller Williams, like a KW pin. And people would ask me, "Oh, you do real estate?" And that would spark. I just need you to say real estate, and you're done. You are mine.
It's the
So
key to the door.
yes. So you say real estate, you get my attention. What is another form? What did you guys learn yesterday? Sellers, right? Listings, the signs. Those are lead captures also. And now a big one is social media. Use your social media. That is a huge one actually, and it's for free. Make a short little video, and that you'll capture. As long as they're connecting with you and they're engaging with you, you're sold. But now social media is a very big one, kind of up there with like texting. So open house would be one. Social media, online ads would be one. Um, Mailers still they still work. Don't get me wrong, but now everybody's in social media. If my grandma's in social media, everybody's in social media. They're using it, so it's out there.
I like Steven Diaz.
Stephen Diaz.
He's a realtor. He does all the like hip hop.
Oh, the hip hop. He's a rapping realtor. So your conversion frame is if I were to need a contact, what would be the best number for you, right? If I found you exactly what you're looking for, how would I contact you? If I found out, so you got to your conversions is all about questions. Whoever asks the most questions wins. I don't know if you knew that, but now you know. So the first step would be what get in their mind, find out why. If they contacted you, it's for a reason. If they went into that open house, it's for a reason. If they connected with you on social media, they said something about your post, it's for a reason. So capture it, ask those questions. Oh, okay, what's the best, well, obviously what's the best number, but what are you looking for? Oh, what are you trying to move soon? What are you, oh, you have kids, oh, are we trying to downsize, are we trying to upgrade? Like, start um getting those questions. So have like a framework in your mind of like questions that will like spark their interest for you to capture them and get them to continue to stay with you and to engaged. I'm sorry. Is it what, where, when, and why? That also helps. So, how? Give me some ideas on how you're currently capturing leads. What has worked for some of you? Door knocking. Okay, so you door knock before the open house. Okay, and that gives you an excuse. That gives you a reason. Like, hey, I'm not here. Door. So some of the platforms, I love this open space because you guys can share with each other of other ideas and get creative with how you also generate. Door knocking is not for everybody. Open houses are not for everybody. Some people get intimidated or get shy. But if you're in a business where you cannot be shy, you got to be there and convince them that you are the number one agent and that you're going to get them that house. So, door knocking is great. And that works actually because, oh, I didn't know you were having the open house, because they'll see your signs, but it works. I know Lucero does that. She door knocks prior. How has that worked for you? Has any neighbors come? Oh, look. Well, go ahead. One of you. Lucero, how has it worked for you? The neighborhood? And guess what? Now you got the neighbors in. So you just capture that one. Okay, Mr. Neighbor, where do you live? Oh, I live two houses down. Oh, what's the street? Oh, what's the address? Okay. Well, I can give you analysis too, a CMA. I can tell you how much yours. Do you have any upgrades on it? Oh yeah, you know how they love to boast. Have you guys ever heard the theory about the one that talks the most? They will never. They'll say Clara. If Clara lets me talk and say everything, I'll say Clara was the sweetest person, but she let me do all the talking. Same thing. Get it out of them. Oh, their house is, immaculate. Is the best thing ever. Great. When can I see it? Oh, would you like? Can I tour the property? I would like to see the upgrades that you did. That, you know what I'm saying? And that's how you get in. So what information do you guys typically get right when you get a lead, Stacy? What is it when you see it, someone that's interested? What is it that you do with that client, with that person? Okay. Okay, so I'm a buyer. I'm coming into your open house. Sell me. Get my information out of me, because people are not so open either, and they're not so quick to say, "Sure, why not? I just met you." So I'm just looking. I just walked. I saw your sign outside, so I was curious. I like to window shop. I don't know. I don't really know this area, so I'm just looking, really. I don't have a house. but the price is too much.
Okay. Well, are you trying to figure out what your price range is right now, or would you like to know formally? I have a couple of lenders I can refer you to that give you an idea of what you might be able to
Love
get.
it. You triggered certain things. I was new. So I was making it sound like I don't know this area. I'm just looking. You said, I'll give you some information about the community. I'll give you some information about the city. So that will be your hook. Find out why they're there. Find out what it is that's gonna be their hot button. And that will get you your conversion. I mean, that will get you your sale. That will get them interested. So if I know that, okay, you have a husband and wife that come in and they have little ones, and I'm like, oh, okay, so you're looking for, maybe you're looking for some to be close to schools. Um, and right away they're like, yeah, because now I'm thinking about their kids. And now you're hitting the heart. So you got to hit that hot button. If I know that the husband and wife, like let's say the husband needs a garage and the mom and the wife needs a kitchen, it's always that. And like, okay, those are my triggers. It's like, oh, I have one that I can show you that has this, huge kitchen that, speak their interest. Hook them with what it is that will motivate them. Yes.
Question. When you're doing the house open house,
Mm-hmm.
and your client, when they walk in, do you want us? I mean, is it in our best interest to approach them then with that info, or let them go ahead and enjoy the house and come back?
So when you do open houses, there was a class on open houses, right? Okay. So you don't come in hot. You be normal, be relaxed. Hey, Winnie, thank you for coming to my open house. Here's some information. What brings you in today?
Okay.
And you take it from there. Because your confidence should come in just natural when you speak to them.
Okay. All right. Well, because everybody teaches it differently.
Right.
That's why
So I
I
would
was
so see me
asking.
after class, and I can kind of guide you through maybe some people that you can shadow for open houses, so you can see how they talk, how they maneuver, because you do get a different personality. Real estate is not one sided. It's so many avenues in so many ways. There's people that get very what's it called? They go over and beyond with their open houses. Some that just bring just water, and then some make it a party. So
Well,
it,
that's a
it
party professional.
you gotta be
But I
careful with
was,
the party.
but I was just saying, like, because I was told to let them go in the house, say, go ahead and tour the home, and then once they took, because you don't want to bombard them as a salesperson, you want
See
them.
me, see me after,
Okay.
and then I'll explain more of that into detail.
See, that's good because I feel like I'm so direct sometimes that
No, and
Yeah.
that's fine. You read the
ease
room.
down.
Real estate is about person. Is about different personalities. Read the room. There was one client that, or one prospect that came in, and he had a mission in his head. He came straight to the backyard, looked at the backyard, and then left. And I was like, well,
All
okay,
right.
that was that. And I did stop him at the end and I said, wait, I said, sir, I said, what are you looking for? What do you need? He's like, I just needed to see how big the backyard was. He's like, I already have it in mind. And I said, okay, well, how big are you looking? He's like, I already know what I want. I said, cool. So you'll have some that are like that. Some will engage, some won't. Some just want to look at the house and that's it. Leave me alone. But it's fine. It's case by case.
I have heard that said, what are you looking for? I'll know when I find it.
Right,
Okay.
right. Those are fun.
Is it okay for you to say when they get ready to go and you go, oh, well, thanks for stopping by. Tell me, I just some information I can feed back to the
Right. You
seller.
could tell when you say that, like, okay, I needed some feedback for the seller.
Yeah,
Typically, they'll engage.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me what you like about
Yeah.
the house. And what if they said, well, if you like this house, would you like looking at a house that's like this? What are the things that you like about it?
Yeah.
Kind of look like that.
Yeah. So we got down the capture part.
Right.
We know how to go out there and fish. And think outside the box, you guys. It's not just open houses and door knocking and mailers and social media. What do you guys do for fun? Are you in a dog walking or dog community pets? Like that's a huge thing in LA. You have communities that engage like that, and then they start talking. Do you golf? Do you? I have one client that she loves to bowl, and she goes on tournaments and does a whole thing. And so you never know what else do you guys do. You guys need to be fun, be out there. But there's other ways than just your standard of what we customly know. Think outside. When I first started real estate, my sphere was church, because I was a Sunday school teacher, by the way, if you didn't know. I taught the
Mhm.
little ones about Jesus. So
Yes.
that's how I started. And when I got they knew, okay, she does real estate, and then that's how I started growing. So I was there a lot, and so that was the best way that I knew to start telling people around me that was closer to me what I was doing. And then you go from there. But if you don't know, or you feel some kind of way because of open houses or whatever, start with what you do now. Who knows you? Any groups that you guys are already attending, or sports things, or you know anything that's personable, because those people already know you, and they can also refer, and also you can help them, and your family. Sometimes it goes sideways with families,
Mhm.
but it can also, don't um don't take that one for granted. Okay,
Okay.
so we covered capture. I think I skipped one. Connection. Best practices for connection. So, what is the most important during this step? You will listen on how to engage. That's, we were kind of doing a little bit about that, on how to engage with them. The goal of the communication is to build a relationship with them. You can see and determine their urgency. You give them enough information to know and prioritize your leads. So the connection is, find out their hot button. That's my biggest thing for you guys. Find out why they're there. What is it that sparks them? She pulled that I was new. Okay, well, let me give her information. So then what kind of, okay, so let me give you the different categories on the connection. That way you know how to prioritize your lead. Okay, so I am a buyer and I just came to look at the property. I haven't been pre-qualified. I have no idea how much I qualify for. Um, I don't know what I want, but I'm just here just to look because I saw the sign. What kind of buyer am I? A. So you have your A, B's, and C's. So I would be a C buyer. Then you have those that they're like, oh yeah, I already got pre-qualified, but my other agent um, left me. But I'm still, but I'm still looking. I'm ready to go. This is my letter. But I need something that's 4 bedrooms. I need something that's 2 stories. That kind of a lead. It's an A lead. She's ready to go. B's are kind of like in between. They don't know what they want. So sometimes you gotta like, our job also is to steer them in the right direction. Sometimes they don't know what they want. Well, let me show you what you might want. So you purge it out of them. Okay, so you don't know what you want. Do you have children? So Stacy, find out what it is that I need. So let's role play. You're the agent. I'm your buyer or prospect.
Awesome. Well, welcome here. This particular house is right across the street from the school, and it has 4 bedrooms. Is this something you're interested in, or what specifically are you looking for? What kinds of activities are you into that you might want to be here? And are we talking about moving with family, in-laws?
No, it's just me and my husband, and I have a 15-year-old.
Okay, cool. What's your 15-year-old doing right now? What kind of activities?
He plays soccer.
Okay, cool. Well, the school right across the street has regular soccer practices on the weekends. Hopefully, someone would know that. I would hope an agent that's hosting in-house. Um, and there's all kinds of additional activities. And this neighborhood happens to be a very popular military relocation neighborhood with a lot of kids. A lot of families are here. And then what? So what do you do for work?
I'm self-employed, so I'm a business owner, but my husband commutes.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. So, how does your husband want to continue commuting? How long is he? How far is he willing to tolerate the mile drive, or are we trying to get him closer to work?
Love it. Love the engagement. So that's how you purge. Stacy, great job. That's how you get their information. Find out so that in your mind you also know what they need. One thing I will say is that you are supposed to be also the local expert. If this is your market, then master it. Know everything what's going on. So my son plays soccer, right? That's what we were talking about. So then you would say, "Oh, well, we have AV Alta." It is your job and duty, I would say, to know every hot points that are happening in your community. AV Alta is now one of the our soccer teams. So we used to have Jethawks. It's not Jethawks no more. Now it's AV Alta. That's a soccer team. That's a hot thing you should know. Where are our fairgrounds? Our fairgrounds, we have a fair that happens every, I think it's now, they change, but it's between August and September. We have the fairgrounds where the community comes out and they have rides and they have so many things for kids. Um, the fields, we have two massive fields off of Avenue L and 30th East. Those are where kids can, engage and play. A lot of club players play out there too. So find out. That helps you as a local expert because that's where you're gonna also show. Not that they just know real estate, but if they're coming here now, we have a lot of clients from out of the area that are buying here. They're selling in the valley because whatever they get there for 800,000 is 500,000 here, and it's not that far. So it is your job to find out what their hot button is, but also let them know that you are the local expert. You know what's happening in our community. So name two companies that are aircraft companies out here.
Northrop and
Exactly. What is Antelope Valley mainly known for? Airspace. What is the closest military base to us? Edwards.
Edwards.
So those kind of things you got to let them know because they don't know about this community. They don't know about this area. So we got to let them know why it would be a great place to live, but also what's around them, what's coming up. What's the best restaurants? What is the like entertainment for kids or things like that. The
Jobs
boulevard
available.
and also jobs available. We have Trader Joe's that brought their headquarters here. That opened up new jobs. So things like that also help you connect with them. Let them know, but I would encourage you to know what's happening in your community. What is the best thing? Because also it lets them know, okay, she knows what she's talking about. They're gonna be able to help me, giving them information that is gonna because they don't know. So people get confused in this area of like, oh, so what's the west side and what's the east side? And so find out highlights of each one that can probably connect with them, that will resonate with them. Yes, you had a question.
Because there's a new aircraft company coming, a big one. So yeah, it's out
Who?
of Valencia, but they're building. There's gonna bring yeah,
I heard this.
yeah. They're gonna bring like a lot of jobs
And air.
to.
So we have the Metro, that I think out in 90th. They have a headquarters there. What company's coming?
I wish I would have.
Girl.
Well, I sent it. I have it on my phone because I sent it to my son.
Okay.
Okay,
Send it to me
I'll send it to you.
so I can
Yeah,
also
we
bring
get
it
a
up
new
in class.
bowling alley and a new skating
We
rink.
have a skating. I will be there. I can
Yeah.
still skate. Yeah, so we have the skating rink that's coming. More restaurants are coming. We have the dry fleet. So, do we know why the 14 is being expanded? Why is this? So in Mojave, yeah, is it the same thing we're talking about? So in Mojave, they built a port out there. So they will be storing. Um, so what we have in San Pedro, that the port there, we have a dry one in Mojave. That's been a project. It's probably now 3 years in or four now. So that's why they're expanding our freeways. So we're gonna have more activity. But if you notice, they're starting to fix more of our streets because we're gonna have more activity. Antelope Valley is growing.
So it's AS Aerospace,
ASA Airspace.
but AS just capital A, capital S.
Oh,
I don't know what it stands for. It's one of them. But Palmdale and launched the PAIP. It's the Aerospace Incentive Program. They launched it just into 2023. So the whole goal is to get even more here.
yeah.
Like they're trying to make this like an aerospace.
And that's why builders are now coming out more and starting to build more homes and more hotels.
Wendy,
Yes.
w- when they speak, we can hear it. Would you mind just like kind of summarizing what they say, or maybe the mic? I don't know,
Oh, I'll
because
bring it. Okay.
yeah, it's up to you. I'm sorry. It's
So we're discussing about new projects that are coming in into
uh
the
Has anybody
into
heard
this.
about some type of train or something that's supposed to be connected from here to Vegas?
That train has been, so she asked about the train. That train has been in project for like the past 30 years.
Like the airport.
And we're still like the airport. Now, I think the expand is from Palmdale. I think it's Rancho Vista. Well, Rancho Vista turns into Avenue P, but from Sierra Highway, I think down to like 100 and something street is owned by the city of Palmdale. So that was supposed to be an airport that we're still waiting on. Yeah, yeah, but it's coming. It's growing. It's motivating.
Do you know
Okay.
of an energy company coming to Acton? Because there's like a renewable energy company that's supposed to work with our local, I think Edison, and they're being built right. So Acton was not happy about it because also we're fire situation and that type of
The
battery. If there's a
fire
fire,
has been a thing. Yeah,
there's
fire
bad
now
things and
has,
it's
and be mindful of that too, because now with our maps, the maps have recently been changed. So what was, it wasn't, and so be mindful of that. But no, not, I don't know about that one yet.
that's gonna be
Yeah,
huge.
and flood zones. Yeah. So moving on, questions. 6 questions that you can ask so that we don't get stuck. One of them is, who are they? What do they want? What do they need? Where? So, like when he said who, what, where, when, and why. Here you go. Why do they want it? What, when, and how? How do they plan to get it? So, this would be basic strategies on how to. But as you get more and you start growing more in the business, you know how to come in and address them. Like I said, it's all case by case. It's not uniformed, you guys. There's no script. There's scripts, but what I'm saying is like there's no standard thing. It's like whatever you feel with the client, feel the room, feel the vibe, see where they're at. And your job is to find out what, why, where, how. So you'll be the answers to those. Okay. How do we cultivate? So you can't know or predict when they will come to a decision. But if you're reconnecting with them in a systematic way, you'll have a great chance to being there when they do. That's when you'll be able to close on the appointment. So I've cultivated buyers for, I think there was one, he was like 2 years in. I kept in contact with him and his family. I always sent them. So I do touches. That's another way to stay engaged with those, with whoever you decide to put in your database. I do a January calendar. I already sent them out. And one year I thought it was in a big, I've been doing that for 21 years. My mom just trained me in a certain way. And I never lost sight of that. And it's funny because one year it took me a little bit longer. I forgot about the calendars. And my clients called me. They're like, when are you going to send that calendar? And I was like, oh, they pay attention. They actually were asking me for it. And so, and I've also seen it when I've gone back and they want to sell, or they have someone like, oh, my auntie's in town, come over. I see the calendar on the refrigerator. So I do a touch in January with the new year calendar. I do a touch around June, like it's summer, a thank you card, or thank you for your business, thank you for encouraging my business, thank you for your support, and so on. Um, I'll do Mother's Day cards. I forgot that. I do Mother's Day and Father's Day cards. I do a summer touch, and then the holidays. So I say thank you letters during Thanksgiving. I send Christmas cards during Christmas. As you've seen, some agents, I don't know how active you guys were in the office during the holidays, but a lot of agents did appreciation parties for their clients. Some agents drop pies, they drop turkeys in each one of their homes. Jessica Dixon did candy houses. So get creative in connecting. Just because you have that one lead doesn't mean it's going to convert right away. It might take time, but eventually you'll start growing and they'll remember you. The thing is that whenever the goal is that when they think real estate, they think of you. So when asking for the appointment, which format do you think is most effective? Which one? In person. Why?
Well, you're face to face with them. You have them there, and you can ask more questions. Or if they have any objection,
You can close them.
right? You're supposed to take them from their objection to where they want to be.
So closing is when you ask for the appointment. And think of it as a framework. So you're including the one conversation, you're seeing if there's a new one, you seeing when you have them in person, and that's the goal where you guys learned also about buyers consultations. Those are really important. You bring them in and engaging with them. You can also ask for it in text, email. The other sources also work. But when you have them, when they come to you, whether, like I say, an example, the open house, you can close them there. When is the best time to see you, and lock them in. But then you can call Clara, but sometimes they'll respond in text.
Even if you mail something, I mailed a pre-listing just a few
You mailed a
pages.
pre-listing packet?
I did just the first few pages. I didn't want to come too strong, so I sent it over with a cover letter. And this is somebody who had the house, the listing expired like a year ago, and she's still not selling. So
You call
a few
expires?
days, yeah. So a few days later, I get a call from
From the
this.
packet that you left, she called you
Yes,
back.
and she was very sweet, very kind, and she told me, Clara, please don't make me anything more. Don't send me anything else. I said, okay.
Oh,
I
she didn't
didn't.
want she didn't want she didn't want the bombarded.
I don't want to see any more stuff from you guys.
So she'll remember you now. You could tell me to stop sending you stuff, but now you remember who I am.
Remember me?
So the most effective would be, yes, in person. What is the least effective, you think?
Email.
Why?
It'll probably hit the spam.
It'll probably go to spam. Yeah. So the least effective, yes, are texts, emails. I know that the new generation rather have text messages because you know that it was delivered. But yeah, texts and emails are usually the least effective. Phone calls and in person would be the best lead conversion.
Social media DMs. It goes down underneath.
And social media DMs too. Yeah, they'll be checking. Can someone read this quote for me?
In the end, if they can meet and have a good enough reason to meet, they will meet. And if they don't, they won't. And that's okay. You really don't care what their answer is, ultimately is, because you're not getting enough people to do anything they don't want to do. You're just going to ask and respond until they agree. That meeting with you makes sense or it doesn't. Either way, you both win. I think I answered that.
No, you're good. You're good. Any ahas so far?
Set the appointment.
Set the appointment.
And contact them as soon as you, like on the open house, contact them right away. So
Contact them right away.
right after you close.
It's all in the follow up. And don't get discouraged because just because you got a lead, not all leads are created equal. So learn where to put your energy in. So if you have one that he's kind of like, oh, I don't know, I got to talk to my wife. Oh, I don't know, my wife is not home. And they just keep running. Okay, then put them maybe on an auto, what's it called? The auto messaging from the MLS so that the MLS can do it for you. They can just send them houses so that you can just be in their radar. But know how to categorize them so you don't also get burned out. But also, that's where comes with questions. The most questions you ask, the more you'll know about them and you'll know where to place them and where to put your energy in. Because you don't want to maneuver this one because they said that they may want to buy $1 million house, example. But then you have this one that's ready to go, but they only qualify for 500. But don't, so you see what I'm saying? Put your focus where you know, like, okay, these are ready to go, and we know our platforms. Don't go out showing houses, 10 houses, and they're not even ready. They don't have pre-qualified, because you have some that say, when I see the house, I'll get pre-qualified. Well, sir, we don't know what you qualify for, and we got expensive tastes nowadays, so we don't know. So that's where also your buyer consultation comes in, bringing them in here and giving them as much valuable information and letting them know to trust you, have that confidence with you, that you are their local expert. But the follow up is like the main thing, is how you will continue to grow your business. Follow up is so important. Figure out a way that will do maybe like mail drip for now, and then follow up with a call. Oh, I sent you an email, or I sent you a card. Like there's certain ones right now that I'm following up on if they got my calendar. I go, did you get the calendar? And one said she didn't. And I was like, I know I sent it, but okay. So I looked at my data. I looked at my database and I'm like, no, she's on there. I know I didn't miss any of them. Bless you. So I said, okay, then I'll come and drop it off in person. So now it's gonna get me in there. And I'm like, oh, so how is your uncle? Is your uncle still interested in buying? And that's how you get in. See, there's a strategy. There's a strategy for everything. See me after class. It's there's a system in the MLS where you can send them whenever something new comes into the market, they'll get an email for. So you can have that working for you. There's different platforms. I know. I think there's something in Command too, where you can do that, and they'll send them information and keep them engaged. And then once that it sends it for you, but then you can also call to follow up and say, "Oh, did you get this information?" Send updates. Send anything that will get them engaged. Updates about the community, like, "Hey, a new skating rink is coming." But also too, use your social media platform, guys. You'll be surprised. I know you don't like videos. Trust me, I don't either. But it works. It works. Yes, it works.
You know, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
When we put the information in command
Yes.
and it says at the neighborhood, you put the address of the person because you have the address of the person. If you notice, when the neighborhood shows up, there is a line on the bottom and it says preview.
Yeah.
That
Pre-
means
the
that the client can preview all the houses because you get all the information on the houses
on the
that
MLS,
are up list
on the
listed in that
listing.
area. Now, the minute that they go in and look through that messaging, it will show you a command, and you'll know that they're looking at a specific property, and you can
Also, it
immediately.
tells you when they're on command. It tells you what they're looking
Yeah,
at.
and I did that with
Okay.
a client of mine, and I said, oh, hello, blah blah blah. I said, I see that you're looking at the house on airfield, whatever, and I said, if it's anything that I can do for you to show it, let me know. That's another way to so you can discover whether they're really reacting to your
To your
information or
email
not.
or not. That's good. I know command has a lot of good sources for you guys. Okay, so improve your conversion rate. So we learned kind of like certain steps. We learned certain actions that it takes to convert an appointment. But we're going to go a little bit deeper with conversion rate and how it can inform your business decisions. Your conversion rate refers to the percentage of the leads that you get for the appointments that you set. I know Tom talked about the leads too. For example, if you have 10 leads for an appointment and succeed setting at least 8, so you have an 80% conversion rate of the leads that you're capturing. Your ultimate goal is to increase your skill and so that you can convert the highest percentage possible. Now, don't get discouraged if we can't convert them all. We can't win them all, but the goal is to convert as many as you can with the ones that you do capture. I know sometimes there's different platforms that we have like realtor.com, Zillow, that sometimes those leads are just people said real estate and just they just fish them out and pump those out. They may or may not work, but it's also but don't get discouraged is what I'm saying. That you can use these platforms, but the conversion test out the conversion rates on what you're doing so you know this is working or this isn't working. Any questions so far? Any misconceptions? Okay. So sometimes the lead conversion is based on your total number of leads that are in your database. Sometimes they're based on the cultivation at that current time. What is important is to evaluate your business and what works for you, and to repeat the same measure as each time as you calculate your conversion rate. So that's like a trial and error for you guys too. What works for you? Maybe he plays football, so when he's out there, that's what helps him. Um, MK could be doing, I don't know, golf is a big one. They say that all the business is done at the golf course. So find out what's your niche. What what is it that will work for you? Like I did door knocking. It was a very short-lived experience. I realized real quick it was not for me. But an open house, I'm the open house queen. I love open houses because I know you're coming. I can already sense like you're in my space. I'm gonna lock you in. For me, it's different. So that helps you also to generate what is it going to generate, because you could do different platforms. Like I said, these realtor.com, for example, pumped all those leads, but they're not always going to be warm leads. They're just, you have to really work those. So find out what it is based on what you do, how you're running your business, where you at, how people know you in the community, that will work for you and help you grow. Okay. Improve your conversion rate by actually time blocking. These steps will help you prioritize and help you grow also. We have to time block. Set a time aside where you can just focus 2 hours or whatever you can and make those calls, whether it's calls on your database, whether it's calls of other sources that you're getting, um, and really set them up in a system. So, and if they're not working, guess what? Block or erase. So, if it's not working, it's okay. We're not all created equal. So, if it doesn't, next, put your energy where you know, okay, these will probably be, they may not buy right now, but they'll buy in like a year or two. Find out their sources, what their motivation is. That will be the heart. Find out what the motivation is, and then take it from there. Time blocking, yes. Using your systems and your conversations. But as you guys are out there, you'll know how to engage with that person, and you'll capture things that to you build rapport with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then knowing where to put them in your database. I have A, B, C, and F clients. Or I'm like, I remember you. And then just learn how to prioritize them. Setting a system. The biggest thing out of this class is setting a system, but also spending time. So you need to time block that time. Have 1 or 2 hours. I'm going to focus on my leads. I'm going to just follow up on my leads and know how to categorize them, but also that's how you nurture them too. And that's how you will build your database. So you can get all these leads, but if these leads don't work, not every lead should go in your database, because some are, yeah, it's not your database is your core, where these people, that is your money maker. Out of these people, you're going to get more business. So just because you have, like I said, this platform that's giving you all these leads, they don't all go there. Some people they think they're going to buy a house with rainbows. So you have to know where they stand. Yeah. So connect and then prioritize them, because that way you don't waste your time with the wrong ones. Okay. So lead conversion model, we capture. Give me an idea what capture is. How would you capture?
Meet somebody at a coffee bean, get their information.
then you find Wendy at Coffee Bean. And then connecting, we assess the needs, just like Stacy was doing, finding out about me, finding out more about me so that she can give me that information and that useful information. So if I'm telling you that, yeah, I'm a soccer player, okay, great. Well, there's these parks here and here. We have a stadium here. There's so much, you know what I'm saying? So you can move. But I also to encourage you guys, get out in the city. Please don't stay in a box. Go out there. Go and drive around. You cannot get lost in Antelope Valley. We are on a grid. You cannot get lost. It is letters and numbers, people. Go out there. And it's east and west, north and south. You cannot get lost.
That could be a very good post.
Huh?
Did you know that you can get lost in
I'm gonna make, yeah, I'll make a post like that, Claire. I'm like, did you know you cannot get lost in Antelope Valley? Hey, you, I was surprised to hear where some people, they're like, oh, I don't know what that is, and I'm like, how do you not know? Like the cross streets are this. They're like, oh, I've never been on that side of town. I'm like, well, the town is kind of small. Like, how have you not been out there? You do. So I encourage you as real estate agents, salespersons, whatever you call yourself. We have different names now. Realtor, real estate agent, salesperson. You graduated as a salesperson, but then you became a realtor, and that's in your rad form, by the way. Um, no, I encourage you to get out, connect with people outside the box. It's not just whole cold calling. Be out there.
Community. I found a whole community. I hadn't, and I was like, where the hell they built this at? Like I didn't even know. I drive around.
A
Like
community where?
it's West Palmdale, and it's these houses
What are
that
the cross streets, Winnie?
40th and I would say between L and K.
Quartz.
It's not
How
Quartz
about
Hill.
Quartz
It's
Hill?
still Palmdale, but it's before you, right before
So
you get to.
Quartz Hill is right in between Palmdale and Lancaster, but you skip and a jump and you're in Quartz Hill.
Right.
So it's an incorporated city, by the
Yes.
way.
I swear to you guys, like I was curious, so I got out and I went to go look. And the lady, she was a realtor, but they don't sell, they rent.
42nd, and I live right there in that neighborhood. That's 42nd, right?
33,000 to 3,500
They're
dollars.
they're
They rent
little
these.
they're little houses on
They
40th.
built the whole thing, the
Yeah,
desert plot. There was nothing there,
yeah,
and then out of nowhere.
and they're all leases.
Yep, there's
They're
like
on
60
leases.
homes at least.
So when people drive around, that's what I'm saying. Be out there so that you know those things. So if someone says, "Oh, I saw these houses on 25th West, and they're in front of a school, 25th Street West, between I don't know, it's Rancho Vista, and there's a huge school out there. Where am I? 25th Street West in Palmdale. Highland. Like, oh yeah, that's Highland High School. And across the street is Pacific Homes. Yes, like that. That's gonna show, okay, she knows the area. But that also helps you guys connect. It says connect with them of what their needs are. Oh, you need your kid likes what's it called? Like the aerospace. We have so many schools out here that do that. We have a lot of charter schools and academies for that. Oh, your kid is thinking about going to military. Oh, well, the closest base to us is 45 minutes. It's Edwards. That part. You got to find like a solution to what you're trying to get out of them and establish that relationship. So knowing your area matters. You need to be that expert that will go. But also, too, how you connect with them is like that. Your engagement with them is knowing what their needs are and how you can supply it. So if the husband is thinking about engineering, oh, well, we have two great companies out here. Lockheed and Northrop are one of our major sources out here.
And Highlands, they have a law academy. I don't know if they still do,
Academy, what is it?
but a law academy.
Law? Highland does?
They used to
So
have.
Highland, I did remember that. Highland had that. Palmdale High School has a medical magnet academy. I forgot what. I think it's Little Rock is ROTC. But also know where your major high schools are. You have families that come out here, the closest one. So when you do an open house, know where you're at. So if I do an open house and I know this area because we all grew up there. Um, on 30th and Avenue P. What's around there? Highland is the closest high school there. The junior high there is Hillview, and the elementary school is Esperanza. So when I see little ones, I'm like, oh, the school is down the street. Will be perfect for your daughter. and so on. So that I'm trying to give you guys a tool to know your area, know where you're at. Every open house that you guys are in, know your school district, know what schools are around, especially when you have families that come. Excuse me?
Also know the testing. So like Highland, how they test, the schools. So there's a number, like how they state. So like Hillview's like high on the list for
Whatever works,
education.
honey. Whatever
No,
works.
just
If they ask you, but hold on, Winnie.
the rank because people ask us
Okay,
like
perfect. If they ask, yes, but don't over deliver.
no, but I'm just saying they
Give them
want to
enough to
know
engage because if they tell you, "Oh, that's the score," bye.
because
It's not for me.
no because
So
education
know how to engage and how much information to give to get them
but just
to
what I'm saying is have it ready
for you to
because
close.
they will. A
Yes.
lot of people say,
And your
"Oh, come to
apps,
the west
I
side
don't know if
because
you
they
guys
have the
have
best schools." And not necessarily.
well even but that information too Zillow has it. Zillow at the very bottom tells you what the scores are too. I would say know what schools are around you. Because they say, where's the nearest school? Oh, it's a half a mile away. Perfect for your daughter.
You can have a
Oh, there's
flyer when you do your open house with that information.
well,
You don't want
yes
them
and no. Well, no, what I'm saying is that you're trying to connect with that client that you're having. So when you connect with them, you let them know, finding out with them. So why you wouldn't give somebody that doesn't have kids information about schools? That's what I'm saying.
no, not specifically schools, but just what's in the area. Like when the person comes in and you're speaking to them and everything,
Yeah.
and you're getting information.
Every
You can hand them a flyer and say, "Oh, do you have kids? Well, this is the schools that's here,
yes.
like that."
Yeah.
Not just
That actually would be a good tool besides the flyer at an open house.
yeah.
Or
What was
what
that?
are the best restaurants when especially when you have people that are coming from outside, um, that are coming from out of the area where they're like, what's good out here? Oh well, let me give you a list of restaurants and then put your information on there.
We have Restaurant Row, Red Lobster.
I'm surprised Red Lobster's still here. Okay, give me an example of cultivating the relationship.
You can tell I'm hungry. What?
Stacy.
Hanging out with them. I had dinner. Well, it was kind of expensive. One of my future listings has two homes, so and I bought her dinner for her birthday.
Oh, that was
And I
nice of you. So
slowly
you took your client out.
well, she brought two of her friends,
Oh,
so then I met two more folks, and they were very curious about me, and they
and
wanted
there
to
you
know
go.
my brain about real estate.
So my
But
thing,
I'm starting to. Hopefully, I don't want to blur the line though. I don't want to be too knee deep in friendship where they forget that I'm a business
no,
person.
because
I'm
now,
trying to, because I'm a very social person and I will get wrapped up in that,
okay,
and I'll forget like, oh, she
she
needs
hold on. Was she a
friendship.
client or she was
She's a
a
future client.
potential prospect?
She's a
How
potential.
did you meet the prospect?
I was door knocking
So
to
you door
advertise an
knocked,
open house for another home, and
and
she was
you.
like, she saw my text, she's like, John Williams, come on in. I was in her house for 2 hours.
Okay, wait. You wore a badge?
I don't have my badge.
That's free advertising.
No, she literally said,
You guys are walking billboards.
come on in. I gotta sell
And
my house.
sometimes have to get
You are
And then
yes.
an
You
hour
can't
later, she's
forget.
like, my dad has $1 million home and he's gonna die soon.
Okay,
He
so
needs to
Stacy,
he needs to
I'm
sell
gonna
it.
say
And
it for.
I'm like, oh great, like
So
I already know it. No.
I'm gonna repeat what you said for Zoom. So Zoom, Stacy said she wore her badge, door knocking, she captured a lead, and now you're cultivating and it became a friendship now.
Yes.
So you took her out to dinner and she brought her two friends. That's two other potential clients right there. And now that same lead may have a father that or has a father that may want to sell in the future. So, and that's how you start. But you have to remember that, girl, you got your focus. I need you to focus.
well, some people might not know that, and you need to know that
You're self
because
employed. You are all independent contractors.
yes, I know, but that is a tax write-off.
Jesus. Okay. How do you close? How do you close? You guys are getting out of control. Close, close by asking what? Close me.
Asking for the
Close
price.
me. Close me.
Okay.
So
Hold on. Close me.
All right, Wendy. So it sounds like you're interested. Now, can we set the appointment for Saturday or Sunday?
A little louder so that Zoom can hear you.
I said, it sounds like you're interested in the information I brought to you. Would Saturday or Sunday work for you?
It's probably Saturday because I'm booked on Sunday.
Saturday, okay, cool, cool. So
But I don't know
morning,
if I want to because I still haven't found what I'm looking for.
that's okay. I mean, this is just a consultation, it's just informational, no strings attached.
Can you just email it to me?
I could, but I could also show you all the information and bring my data for Saturday. It'll take 15 minutes. Coffee on me.
Coffee. He got me with coffee. Oh, see what I mean? I told you from the beginning that that's my hot button. And he got me with coffee. What time did you say? Okay.
What time's good for you? Morning, afternoon, or evening?
I'll do morning because I like coffee in the morning.
Perfect, perfect. Okay. So morning, 9 a.m.
Sure.
All right.
He got me with coffee. So close by asking for the appointment, but finding out what's gonna get them motivated to meet you. Because they're mostly hesitant to come back. No, 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 it's okay. You could just email the information. Well, no, I would like to explain it to you in detail, show you what the benefits are, and so on and so on and so on. But finding out. Did you have a question earlier? I'm sorry. To a game? So to cultivate, you take them to a game or you invite them to. You have a dance studio? Where's your dance studio? Okay.
He trains people to get into videos and music and stuff like that, like
So you
real,
do hip hop?
real big jobs. Yeah.
Okay.
There you
Same
go.
with you.
Superstar over here. So she owns a talent agency. See?
Yes.
See?
Fat man talent.
And that's how, and that's,
I bring my dancing shoes, but it's okay.
do you teach dance also? What kind of dance do you teach?
Yeah.
Do you see what she just did?
Yeah.
She just said that exactly. Now she got referrals.
I don't even have kids, and I'm like stuck.
Oh, that's what I said. Say, I used to do. I did hip hop in college. I don't know if I can still do it, but I'll try. My dad can still bop pop. I love that. I love that. But okay, look at her, honey. Let me focus on your business first before you start dance class. Look at her. Oh my.
Sold.
So we just started the Keller Williams dance team. I can't with you guys. Oh, well, I think that was. ¿Qué horas son?
Is almost
Okay, ladies, come back to me. Come back to me. You can you can pop lock and drop later. Wendy. Yes.
I'm doing this for my business too because the more the girls know about me, that I'm
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying. But that was a perfect example on how you know something else about you, and that also it's okay to be to put some of that like on your social media. I like to people if you know me, people know that I'm a broker, that I love Jesus, and I love coffee,
By the
and
way,
they connect that.
if you saw Wendy's last video on her Facebook, it's freaking power. It's gorgeous. It's awesome. You were
Oh,
talking
thank
about
you, girl.
videos earlier. It's awesome.
I'm gonna thank you, girl.
Go watch it. I love it.
But see that real estate is not just selling homes. Like, what else do you do that will also pique their interest? So there was one time she's no longer with us. I think she moved out of state. She was a chef. So she branded herself as the realtor that cooks. And she even built a cookbook and she would send those to her clients. She would put them in their housewarming um, gifts and she would put her cookbook in there. And that's how she would engage people. It's like, oh, you know how to cook, and then you used to go on and so you that's how you build rapport. So with her example, by saying that, it's like, oh yeah, I'm not just a real estate agent. I also do this. I also like this. So your hobbies too, wherever you're connected to, that also will bring connection and another way that you can cultivate, another way to generate your business. Social media is a great platform, trust me, even if it might not happen right at once. But you can put little things in there, not your whole life story. Do not vent in Facebook. If you're upset with the client, do not vent in Facebook, please. But you can use that platform to show, hey, I'm in a book class or I'm reading this new book. I have a book club. I have a dance studio. Today, dancing is this. But they also know that you're also in real estate. So, what else can they engage with you? You know, you like to hike or you have a dog walking business. I have one agent in OC. She's a dog walker and she's a lender, but she gets so much business out of that because she connects with everybody that's walking their dogs. That's how she moves. Yes, they got now that I think there's more pets, people have more pets than kids. Okay, give me an aha so far. Amen. Okay. She got
No, just celebrities. When you were choosing around, I always take pictures with them. It's awesome.
celebrities.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I picked them. I love what the houses are.
Ha-
I got a billionaire cousin. Literally a billionaire cousin. I swear to
your
you.
billionaire cousin.
He
Well, you need to
made.
be
He act like he don't know me.
your cousin.
No, seriously, he writes Blackish. He owns
Oh, your cousin
whatever
is a
South
writer.
Condo. He did Grownish. He has videos on movies on Netflix.
Okay. Oh,
Great.
you have a serious
So
cousin.
he's
Cousin with
when I
money.
say seriously,
Investors, all I heard.
That's investors.
right? But his wife is friendly, but he's not that friendly.
It's
What's his
okay.
name? Is it
Sometimes
Kenya?
you
Kenya
got to
Barris?
It's Kenya Barris?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
Kenya Barris is your
Blackish is
cousin?
an ABC sitcom.
yeah.
I remember that.
It was number
So
one
even
for
though he might not be friendly, but the
Apple.
wife is, so engage with the wife. Take her to wine.
Well, that's what my
Some
daughter's
get
working on that for me right now because my grandbaby goes to their same private school that he
so
goes to.
you can, and then go with her to events.
He's
Go with her to the red carpet. I'm just saying, figure it out how to get in.
I'm serious. I do, and that's why I'm
There's
trying to figure
so
out how the way because I've been introduced to him. Like my church, like they have. I've been introduced to all these people. This is normal people. It is, But I want to get my seriously. They're awful people, but
okay, okay. Let's
but
come
you know
back.
what I mean.
Yeah,
Like, but I do want to. Once I learn the business,
that's
let
part of
him
that's part of
start
cultivation too.
moving cultivation.
Hmm.
Like, yeah.
So now, how has your thinking changed with the new ideas, how in our conversation so far? Has your mindset changed in any way on how to do your lead follow up, or how to generate leads, or how to cultivate?
I think we need to be
More
more
aggressive,
follow up.
aggressive on follow up.
We found our niche.
Find your niche,
Instead of,
niche. How do you say it?
cultivate, not only cultivate it, but
Being consistent.
make sure
Consistency, consistency, follow up, and time blocking.
time blocking and consistency.
Your confidence, okay, your confidence will come when you, as this is what I'm, listen carefully what I'm about to say. Your confidence will come as much as you know, as you keep keep gaining knowledge. As much as you know about the local areas, as more and more you absorb and the more you know, the more that you can deliver and be confident in it. So, yes, knowing also the process of real estate, your contracts, your laws, and all of that. Yes, knowing what you talk about, how to protect your clients. That's what they want to know. A client wants to know that you can deliver, that you can protect them and have their best interest, right? But they also want to know that you're knowledgeable. So the more that you know, you will never, I will give you that. You will never stop learning. My mom has been 30 years in the business and she's still learning. She's like, "What is this form?" I said, "Let me tell you." So, so you will never stop learning. So the more that you know, there's where your confidence is gonna grow. So when a client comes in, I'm like, "Well, let me tell you how I can help you. I know this, and this, and this. I can do this and this and this for you, and this for your family. I can set you up." You'll gain that as you guys continue to grow and continue to absorb more knowledge. So I encourage you, continue to come to the classes. Engage with some of the agents. If some of you have mentors, absorb them, latch onto them, and see what makes them a successful agent. But one thing we'll say is knowing, not be knowledge, be knowledgeable, excuse me, being more knowledgeable of your area, what's happening here. Some of you cover from here all the way to Valencia. Okay, what's happening in between? Go online and find out if you don't. Have some highlights so that you can be seen as a local expert. Knowing is growing. Knowledge is power, you guys.
On the first page when we started, the effort you give converting leads must match the effort you give to generating them.
So Clara is pointing out, I'm just speaking for Zoom. Clara is pointing out the very first statement that we spoke to in the beginning of the class. The effort you give converting leads must match the effort that you give to generating them. Exactly.
Can we give open houses to another Keller Williams office or no? I'm just wondering.
Listings, okay, listings are they're broker based. The listings belong to the broker, and the realtors are under the broker, right? Every company is independently owned and operated. Every company has their own broker of record who manages all the other licenses. So on the DRE, you have your main broker. So if something, pops off, they go to your broker. And if you don't behave, you take your broker with you. Now I say that because if you engage with for example, an open house with another listing of a different broker, we have to remember that you are responsible for that listing and you are employed from that seller and that broker. So that seller employed this broker. So if you engage with another listing that is not under contract by you or by the brokerage, you're putting yourself and the brokerage in liability because anything can happen. Showings are different. You're covered. So we also carry it's called an E&O insurance, errors and omissions insurance, that policy covers you for certain things. As a broker, um, with you, I cannot protect you if you go outside of that scope. So if you go and do an open house on another listing and something happens on that listing, you are on your own in a sense. So that's why I discourage them and I tell my agents, no, I won't accept those for you doing open houses outside. We have 300 agents in this office. We have plenty of listings that you can engage with. And all of the agents are more than happy to share their listings for you to promote your open houses. But that's what I'm saying. There's no need, in a sense, for you to go outside of that scope. But I've been asked that frequently today. Why can't we do open houses with other brokerages? Well, one, it brings confusion with the agency of who you're representing. So how are you going to be a Keller Williams agent and then you go do a C21 open house? So who's who? But also too, there's a lot of crossing happening. And also too, that broker is only responsible for what happens to that agent in that house. It does not protect you. So if you get, somebody comes in, robs the house while you're there, or you get hurt, or somebody else gets hurt. So also to be mindful that there is a lot of liability when you enter these homes.
That would be only for showing for a listing, right? Like say a different brokerage. Like so if I brought a buyer to
No, we're talking about open houses.
Right.
So open houses is only strictly Keller Williams
Okay.
with only this broker listings
Okay.
that you can.
Any house that is listed, any
Showings are different because you're only in and out maybe 30 minutes, right? But now in open house, now you're spending hours there. You spend an hour to set up. You're there for another 3. You're there like 5 hours. A lot can happen in that scope, but you're also putting yourself responsible for what happens in that house.
What happens when someone like say they injure themselves?
Exactly. So your brokerage can protect you with the listings that I am responsible for. But if you go outside of that scope and that person decides to sue, that's a different dynamic. And that broker also will not cover you because you're not under their license. All of you are under the broker's license.
So I would get sued?
You would get sued. And you would be on your own. You wouldn't have my covering because you're outside of it.
even if it's another Keller Williams broker.
Yes, because so don't get confused. Now we are like cousins with other KWs. Other KWs like VIP that is close by, they come in. They'll if they need to use the office or whatnot. That's different. But every single company, including Keller Williams, they're all independently owned and they're all operated differently.
Kind of like a church.
And they all have different brokers. Girl, don't bring Jesus in here. She said like a church.
We need to bring Jesus in. It's kind of like a church. Every church has their own doctrine according to the minister of that church. He's over the flock. I'm sorry, I go there.
Okay, so I'm over you. You are my flock.
That's right.
Okay, moving on. Do you feel differently now?
I do.
Okay, share with me. How do you feel now with what we've shared today?
That I definitely got to get in my head about time blocking.
Time blocking. Yes.
I am very bad with that.
Yes.
And when if I have a time set to call, if something else happens, I put it aside and do something else.
Hmm.
You know, so
So
I
staying
stay
consistent in time
consistent.
time blocking is a very
Yeah,
very important.
very.
Yeah.
Yes,
And
we learned a lot in these classes, period.
good. I'm glad you're learning. Now, how would your behaviors be different now moving forward? And what actions will you take? Does Zoom have any input in that? Can Zoom answer that question for me? Any behaviors, any different actions moving forward?
No, it's just reinforcing, which is really good because the more I hear it, the more I get the courage to do more and just feel comfortable with it.
Perfect. And what tools? We shared a lot of them today. What are some good tools that we can use and open houses, socials, and how will they make you accountable? Showing up. That's the act button, the action button. Showing up and doing it. We don't have, nobody checks in on you guys. We do not have a schedule. You do not have a boss that's telling you you got to clock in and clock out. So
Hmm.
I'm always asked that. But again, you guys structure your schedule accordingly. I'm not saying 100%, real estate. My what I'm saying is that there's no set time, so you can time block. Okay, I'm gonna time block on Saturdays. I'm gonna time block on Fridays or Wednesdays. That the schedule is open. You don't clock in or clock out, so therefore you can strategize how you build your business.
So when they say, okay, I have a bad, with the time blocking. So you don't have to time block every day, or you could, like you said, on Saturday.
However you see fit.
Okay.
So if you want to do, because maybe you can't do 2 hours a day, maybe you'll do one solid hour every day that you can do time blocking. Okay, this day I'm going to follow up on my clients. This day I'm going to follow up on the ones that I added. This day I'm going to follow up on the new ones. This is going to be the ones that I just met in church, or whatever the case may be. So you can strategize, and yeah, but then there's some people that will do maybe 3 times a week, and they'll do like solid 2 hours. But it's discipline. It takes discipline and in staying consistent, being
Consistent.
disciplined and consistency,
Yeah, that's good.
and
Thank you.
following up on them.
Because I was thinking about
Because the hot
every
lead that
day.
you just met that could have been a thing,
Right.
and if you don't follow up with it, then it dies down or someone else takes it. Especially right now, there's a lot of agents that, I mean, not agents, there's a lot of clients that they still don't understand the whole buyer broker agreement. So that's something new. And so don't be discouraged to tell them. And even if there's some clients that are very savvy, that's why it's very important for you guys to know your stuff. Know. Knowledge is power. Like I said, knowledge is power, because there's a lot of savvy clients out there. But there's also a lot of seasoned
And they have
clients that have bought houses years ago, and they're like, well, when I bought my house, well, listen, real estate is not even the same 2 weeks ago. So I had that conversation with the father and son, because the son wants to buy now. And so I explained the buyer broker, and he said, well, I didn't do that when I bought my house. I said, sir, I said, listen, listen, Linda. I said real estate changes all the time. I said, so now these are the things that we have to implement. Well, I never had to pay for my agent. I said, no, you bought in great times. I said, but now the laws have changed. So I always say that the laws have changed. So when I say that, you don't need to go into the whole spiel about the settlement of NAR and CAR because they don't want to understand. So just give them a micro bits of what they'll have an understanding of what's happening. So we just say the laws have changed, and now let me present to you the most updated information, and this is how real estate is done now. And just being knowledgeable of these forms, knowledgeable of your presentation, and that's how clients also learn to trust you, and then you gain your confidence. But knowing how to tell them what's going on in today's time, because everyone will say, "Oh my God, it's a bad market." You know, when people ask me, "Is it a good time to buy?" This is a nugget for you guys. When they ask me, is it a good time to buy? I say, I don't know. Is it a good time for you? That is the key. That is the highlight that I always use on my clients. They're like, what do you mean? I say, well, sir, you could have been ready 2 years ago. I go, were your financing in place? Did you have the right down payment? Was your credit up to par? Did you know what you want? Oh, no, 2 years ago, I didn't have my down payment. Then it wasn't a good time for you. But now, do you have the down payment? Do you have your credit? How's your credit now? Oh, well, now my credit is 700. Okay, well, then it's a good time for you. I said, real estate is not cookie cutter. It's not just when there's a season for it. I said, it's a time and a place when you are available, when you are ready to go. So that's my answer to them. Oh, good. Write down that aha down then. What is a good time for you? Because I cannot compare myself to the market. The market is too big. There's too much happening, too much going on. But what if I'm in a season where I have to buy? Or what if I'm in a season where I have to sell? When they say, is it a good time to sell? I don't know. Is it a good time to sell for you? What's your story? Do you need to move? Do you need to relocate? Do you need a downsize because the stairs are now not a thing? Do you need a bedroom downstairs or you need a single story? Is a pool a problem? So now you don't want a pool. Is it a good time for you? Yes. So those are the questions on how you need to know. It's like dating, man. You got to know everything about this person. Yes, you got to know everything about your clients, and you will learn to do it in a way. Read the room, read their vibe. Don't come in hot either, but know how to read them. Like, okay. Gradually, I spoke to Ron, and Ron told me that he has a daughter. I said, okay, so you have a daughter. How old is your daughter? 16? 16. Right away I said, that's what I'm saying. You learn, remember these things, guys.
You know what I appreciated? Right around Christmas time, you asked me if we made tamales and stuff, and I was like, she remembers. That's all it is. I was like, good. I was like, those are the details.
I may not remember the whole conversation, but I remember key points that I can still engage. And now he feels that I'm not saying I didn't remember, but but you see what I'm saying? Like now we have that now where he knows like, okay, she remembered. So maybe not be the whole conversation, but there was key points there that I can take that to, okay, if in this case, if he was a client, okay, I can take that and be like, okay, he needs this and this and this. So paying attention is a
Take
big thing.
notes.
And take notes. Yeah, I take notes. Whenever I'm speaking to a client, I write down what are their hot buttons so I can come back and revisit.
I got context. Adam with the red helmet.
You know what I noticed too sometimes with the psychology? Like, I think folks restrict themselves by saying, oh, I'm waiting for interest rates to go down, or that maybe we just need to help them break through that. Like, hey, that's great, but the best time is when you are able to afford, or when you're
Right.
not, because they think ready in their mind means interest rates must be the lowest ever. And some people wait a little too long for that.
Or
And
also let
then
them
that
know
can
like
affect
everything
stability.
comes in waves. Like we are not always it comes in a season. Like if you caught the COVID rate, which was 2%,
Yeah.
great. But is that a normal market? No. And I say that to I do not what's it called? Do not be offended. But if you got licensed in the last 5 years, you're a COVID agent because that's all you know.
Yeah.
That market is what you know, how the market was during that time. So, but is that the real estate market? No. Where you're in, people are like, oh my God, it's a bad market. No, it's not. It's called real estate, my friend. This is the market. This is real estate. This is where you have to have the energy, among other words, to go out there. Real estate is a hustle. You got to go out there and fish. You got to go out there and look for it. It's not just landing like it was during COVID. So there's some agents, like for example, 2005 and 6. That was a different market, similar to COVID. You blinked and you had a house. Was that a natural market? No, it wasn't. So when it crashed, so many agents lost their minds. They didn't know what to do, and so many left the industry because they didn't know how to shift. They didn't know how to navigate. They were just so used to that everybody they bumped into was going to be a sell, and it was, but that wasn't a normal market. COVID was not a normal market. This is the market that you're in, and this is what real estate is. You have to think outside the box. You have to find out other ways and strategies on how you can stand out and be that agent for your client. But knowledge. My thing is that you will capture these clients and you can convert them and close them. But it requires a lot of you and being knowledgeable of what their needs are. Okay. Any questions so far? How long is the class? 10:38. Okay, so got 30 more minutes. Okay, so track your scores. Have your daily systems of how many conversions you want. Set goals for yourself of what you want to do this week. How many did you add? How many did you talk to? How many did you engage? You know, they say for you to have a successful like running system in social media, you have to like post a story, post a reel, post a regular post. And it doesn't have to all be real estate. You can post a story of what you're doing. I have a challenge in posting on the regular posts, so I just focus a lot on the stories because at least I'm engaging. So I'll post. I went and got coffee. I'll post. I'll post that I went to go see this house. I post my open houses on social media. I post that I went hiking, or whatever the case may be. So it's also a way for them to engage. Oh, she likes to cook, or she likes, or he likes to hike. So have an engagement also in your social media, but keep track of it. Okay, I need a post today, and those so easy for you to get your post. You could ChatGPT can do it for you. Yes.
Who here is actually doing this?
Trying.
No one?
Trying. This is normally my time block.
Okay.
Right about now. But
Okay.
the 10-5-1 I'm consistent with
Okay,
personally.
good.
And the contacts convert conversations about 15 to 20 days.
Oh, good.
Well, I guess like the first meeting.
Perfect. Love it.
Contacts added
So
is
I hear
like
you guys are going to be doing something on media for us that kind of ignorant about
A
that.
social media class. Yeah, that we're working on that, on how to getting you guys started on what to post and how to post. Yeah, and do not post any contracts. Do not post, even though your clients are excited, like, oh my God, this client finally decided to buy, and she's writing a contract. Do not write, do not post any car forms, anything from the MLS. Who knows what the fine is if you post the an MLS printout? $1,000.
it says it right on the
It's
printout.
I know it says it right on the document, and guess what? People still post it. So do not do that. How about you post your client, hey, she finally decided to buy, or the house. You can boomerang the house, anything, but do not post. Be mindful of that to protect you and your client. So if you are at your desk, I always turn the papers over. Oh, I'm doing this or doing that or whatever. I'm late working. But yes, Kevin.
Also, along with that is be careful what you post when you post it.
Yes.
Because if you have competition and you write an offer and you put the house on there, the address or anything like that,
Yes, that's a good one.
that can actually hurt you in a lot of ways. Because if the other agent trying to get their buyer that house sees something like that, they're going to go in more aggressively. They're going to say, oh no, they're writing a contract. I need to go in even harder. And you might lose a deal from that.
So Zoom, Kevin mentioned something that be careful and be mindful when you post and how you post and what you post, because you can be posting that, oh, my client decided to put an offer on 123 Main Street, and then another agent or other competition sees it and now they might trigger like, okay, they're gonna put an offer, then I'm gonna put an offer on. So be mindful of the things. So you could post real estate related stuff, just not everything. Just just no.
I seen that though.
You I've seen it in
Funny on Facebook.
what?
Offer
Yeah,
accepted.
you can
You
do
get an
offer accepted.
email
Just make sure it's accepted
accepted.
and your deal's pretty solid.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times you'll see other agents post like, "Hey, making offers" or whatever it is, and they're not even accepted yet.
Yeah.
And so some other agents
So
will send
accept
you.
so while you're in the process, maybe be mindful of that. Once it's accepted, it's fine. Once it's closed, like some agents will take a screenshot of like escrow, but they will block the important things like no escrow number, and no names. It'll just say clear to close or something. You can put like a little emoji and cover certain spots. Because again, your fiduciary duty is to protect your client's privacy, and also it's a lot of things, consumer rights and everything.
Just do one when you hand in the keys.
Huh?
Hand the keys and do your closing.
You can do that. Oh my gosh, the agents have gotten so creative. I'm like, I gotta bump up my closing parties. I used to do baskets. I started with like bottle. If I knew during the transaction, I always try to take notes of the husband and wife and what they do and like kids. So if the wife likes wine, I'm like, okay, she likes wine, he likes the Chargers, she likes, I don't know, Legos, kids like Legos. I try to pinpoint and then I'll add that into like the little welcome basket and little things about the house. But now they're doing red carpets, they're doing huge balloons. It's like a whole thing now. I'm like,
My
man.
girlfriend just made one. She sold in Hollywood Hills area.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, she made one like it was so awesome. They were popping champagne bottles and they was
Well,
dancing
it
and
depends on the
confetti and it was
commission.
so cute.
I mean, the
It
commission
was only
reflects if you're gonna pop bottles.
now I'll tell you what, it was $400,000 studio apartment.
Wow.
Wow, 400,000 studio
Back in the
apartment.
COVID days, that wouldn't have been because of the craziness of the market.
Yeah, you
You
didn't have time
you
during
didn't have
COVID to
time.
do
You had,
anything.
he was like, "Here's your keys. Good luck.
Yeah,
Bye."
yeah. You had to do the
I'll
six,
close that
the
sale.
what is it, the 6 feet of separation with them. Like, okay, bye. Throw the keys at them. Right? Yeah. So that's the fun part of our industry is that you can get creative and do so much. One more thing is also be mindful of the do not call list um, platform. Be mindful of the name because sometimes we get leads from your title company or you'll get a call. So just be mindful of that, because that
$1,500, right?
that is a fine. Yes.
Okay.
What was it? We were penalties. Violation could be up to 43,000 per call, depending on your state.
Well, and there's professionals out there that if you call them, they'll write all your information down. That's what they do for a living is lawsuits. And
Yeah.
so they're waiting for you to call them
Yeah.
for some stuff like that, and they will take you to court. I mean, there's people that have cases of people that they're suing at the moment.
Yeah. So be
So
mindful
there's
with the do
ways
not
that you
call
can
list.
get
That's very
involved.
important because there's some that will use it to just sue you.
Did you hear that there's going to be another NAR lawsuit?
There's always there's like 23 of them out there.
Yeah,
It's no surprise nowadays. It's no surprise.
there's always a lot.
And that's why a lot of forms. So whenever I teach a form, is because something happened. Yeah.
Can I
So
ask you a question?
I'm sorry.
Can I ask you a question? This is Gail
Sure.
over on
Sure. Hi,
Zoom.
Gail.
Hi. Now, if you do an open house and you have a sign-in form and you ask them on the sign-in form the telephone numbers, and they willingly fill out the whole form and give you all the information. Now, what do we do with that? Can we call those numbers? What if they were also on the do not call list, but since you're meeting them at an open house,
That's
those
different. So they are volunteering the information to you. That's different than you calling them without ever meeting them.
okay?
Yeah. So you're safe. And then you just remind them, you're like, hey, it's Gail from the open house. I come in peace. And you're
Gail, I believe you have up to 90 days with people that are on the do not call list after the first point of contact. So
right.
like unless they continue like to engage with you, then that would be different. But that's I've been reading on it. That's why I found out.
Okay, thank you.
And our last quote, I engage every conversation in the spirit of contribution, and people are happy to be in relationship with me. It's all about relationships. Our industry is 100% relationship based. Any questions, guys?
Wendy, I haven't. It's maybe a little bit off track, but
Say that again.
so I it might be a little bit of a subject here, but I did as you were mentioning how times have changed and the that before they used to do things a certain way and now they clients that are seasoned or that have done several purchases. Um, how would I be able to get a hold of the transactions that I did in the past? Any ideas? Because and I know they're gonna tell me, well, everything's different. Why did this change that? But I lost all my contacts at one point. Is there any way to find out the transactions that I did or how I could get a hold of them?
Did you close them here in at this office?
No, 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 no. This was with my previous in 2008 to 2016.
Oh, girl, no. So we keep our
Okay.
records. We archive them for 5 years, and then
Mm-hmm.
after that, they just go to a vault.
Oh,
So
okay.
you would just have to kind of start from scratch, which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes.
yeah, 5 years is
Okay.
the max, and then they're archived.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank
Any more
you.
questions for your broker before our office meeting starts?
My mentor is teaching tomorrow's class. We have worksheets.
Joy?
I think she is. I'm
Okay.
not sure what topic what chapter she's going to cover.
Okay.
But she's awesome.
Yeah, to Ignite keeps going. He's getting better and better. All right, guys. Thank you for attending. Have a
Thank
great
you.
rest of the week. For what? For what? Oh, I think it was back here. Was it this? Training gets better feedback. Oh, what? What do you? Oh, you get to review me? Oh, snap! And I logged off on the, and I had a lot of. I know. I didn't know that. I didn't change it. Hold on. There you go. Armando. Armando, wait a second. It's the office meeting. It's you get general. Hold on. Let me stop sharing. There. It's just if, what's today? 22nd. I think they're going over. No. Office. Let me tell him to stop. Hold on. It's good to join your office meetings because they do give you a different information, and updates, and then we're also. I think they're going to introduce the new classes for next month because next month's going to be really good. Our office meetings because we have a tax lady coming in, so it tells you how to follow your taxes as independent contractors. We have a credit lady too. Oh, oh, it's because they wanted this. They wanted the review thing. I didn't know that they do this.
On the slideshow.
Well, I was trying, but you kept kicking me
I
out.
was trying to do this. I was trying to put one over there while you were doing that. I was trying to
Oh,
put one there.
I didn't get to tell Zoom about it. I didn't know. Clara told me. I didn't even know they were
Guys,
reviewing
yes, scan the QR code, and then when you are looking for the instructor, she's not on the list. Scroll all the way to the bottom, and it says add the name,
it.
and
I
you'll be able
tried.
to set the name.
Okay.
You did great.
Thank you.
I was like, she keeps kicking me out.
Oh, because Clara was like, I can't get it because he keeps
I'm sorry.
talking.
I'm sorry. My fault.
Have a great day,
Thank you,
guys.
Wendy.